Security Service, the SBU, is claiming it damaged the foundations of the Kerch Bridge. It links Russia with the Crimea, which was illegally annexed back in 2014. The SBU said it detonated over 2,000 pounds of explosives on the seabed overnight in an operation that took several months to plan. For more on this story, we can go across to Emmanuelle Chaze, standing by in Kyiv. Emmanuelle, this isn't the first time Ukraine has tried to target the Kerch Bridge. What is significant about it?
Well, this is actually the third time that the Ukrainian intelligence targets this bridge. It is of utmost importance for the Ukrainian army to try and take that bridge down. First off, because it is an illegal Russian construction that links illegally occupied Crimea to mainland Russia, but also because this is a bridge that actually allows Russia to bring equipment, military equipment from the Crimean peninsula to other illegally occupied territories within Ukraine. And as such, this was something very important for Ukraine to target, because if the Crimean bridge no longer works, is no longer usable for the Russian troops, then that means that equipment will not be able to reach the troops, the Russian troops that are stationed in mainland Ukraine. Third time it was targeted. This time the foundations of the bridge had been mined with over a ton of TNT explosive, and the SBU, the Ukrainian intelligence that communicated on this new operation, said that no civilian casualty has been recorded, and that the first explosion occurred in the early hours of the day.
Russia is saying the traffic has been temporarily suspended on that bridge. Now, Emmanuelle, this move from the Ukrainians comes just a couple of days after we saw that very bold aerial attack across, which went deep into Russia. What do you think Ukrainian authorities are trying to prove here?
Well, they're not trying to prove anything. They're trying to prevent Russia to continue its aggression against Ukraine by targeting its military infrastructure, and those infrastructures only. It doesn't target civilians. And what we saw this weekend from also the Ukrainian intelligence is that Ukraine is capable of planning, a long time ahead, like the operation we've seen this weekend, those military air bases, at least 4 that were targeted by Ukrainian intelligence. Well, they're very far away from mainland Ukraine. They're thousands of kilometers away, some in Siberia, in eastern Russia. And Ukraine really patiently organized this operation over a year and a half of preparation, over 100 drones, FPV drones, which are quite cheap to produce, were massed in Russia, and they were launched against those military air bases. They destroyed, the amount of destruction, whether indeed it is 40 or over 40 aircrafts and bombers, strategic bombers that were damaged or destroyed, or if it's around 10, is still inflicting considerable damage on the Russian fleet. So we see Ukraine ramping up those attacks and really trying to go to the source of those military Russian capacities. Like when they target bombers, it means that those bombers will no longer be used against Ukrainian civilians. So Ukraine increasing those attacks, and we've seen just the latest occurrence of which today against the Crimean bridge.
Emmanuelle, thank you very much for that. Emmanuelle Chaze.